Radio Hotel room 29, equip the option.
Equip the option 2988 Hotel.
Call radio, check the loud clear.
Oh boy.
Let's go. Here we go, John.
I'm scared.
Boy.
What am I doing? Am I nuts?
Togo SPS running auto first blue, John. Just slam her right forward and just let's go flying.
Do you go right on this departure?
No.
No, do not.
I'm
No,
kidding,
no.
guys. I got you there. All right.
Oh dear.
Oh crap. Oh, there we go. It did it. Okay. Oh snack. I gotta turn up some sim volume. There we go. Sure is taking its sweet time, isn't it?
Are you doing a Brad D-rate 10 departure?
Yeah, I think I am.
Yep, love the D-rate.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna take about 10,000 feet of runway to get airborne.
Wow, I've never done a D-rate before.
All for passenger
Never on
comfort, folks.
never on purpose anyway.
Engine health. It's all about the engine health in the sim. Yeah.
This does have failures in it, you know.
Okay, there's. I hope I have failures turned off.
American 100, heavy contact, Los Angeles Center 133 point, correction, 124.62.
Okay, gears up, hopefully. Oh, I'm on the flight director even.
American 100, heavy, Los Angeles Center, climbing team, follow 350.
And
American 572, heavy contact departure.
departure American 572 heavy. Hopefully. Departure American 572 heavy, 800 climbing via the SID.
American 572 heavy, second departure, radar contact, climb via SID, except maintain 12,000.
Climb via SID except maintain 12,000 American 572 heavy. All right, bugging up 12,000. All right, so climb via the SID here. It's probably going to have me. It wants me below 5,000. Okay, we're good. Put the first officer's radio like yours. What do you mean?
I don't think you need to do that. I've never done that.
All right, probably can go flaps up now. I should be in map mode. I think for departures, they sometimes want you in VOR mode sometimes.
Really?
Just if you're cross-referencing a VOR manually to, to properly fly a SID. It's a backup.
Oh God, I would much rather be looking at my navigation display. I don't know. If I was hand flying it, that is.
If you're doing the lens, you really want to look at that radial. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm making stuff up now.
Oh, I thought you were like dead serious. I was like, oh, John. Oh, no.
Why use the backup as primary? Yeah, no, I was kidding. I was kidding about turning right, and I was kidding.
So here's a tip, John, just in case we're going to get this during the flight today. You know how in the Airbus, if they give you a climb and maintain,
American 572 heavy,
Hold on.
contact departure 127.4.
27.4 American 572 heavy. Just 1 second, Brad.
No problem.
I should pipe PE volume over here. All right, 27.4. And this is center, isn't it, already? No. I'm not sure if this is departure or not. I'm not sure if this is departure or center. American 572 heavy, 8,600 climbing, 12,000 via the SID.
American 572 heavy, SoCal departure, climb via SID.
Climb via SID, American 572 heavy. The radio is okay now or same problem?
So far, so good.
Thank you. It is departure, okay. Okay, never had to do that before, Brad. Okay, what were you saying, Brad? I cut you off there, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying if we ever get, let's say we have a SID that has all these steps with the restrictions, and of course the aircraft will abide by them. Let's say it's the Las Vegas departure where they have you at like 11,000 feet for like 15 miles. If they give you a climb and maintain, and they just you have to go directly up to that. This is one of those Boeings that you actually have to push in the knob, right?
Push in the knob for.
No, don't do it now. But I'm just saying, like, if they were to give you right now up to 35 or whatever 37, whatever you filed, You would dial in 37 and then push that in to clear out, any restrictions in between your next waypoints.
I'm not following you. So in this case, okay, so give me an example. So the dots, I'm supposed to be at dots at 15,000.
Yeah. So simple example, right? If they said John Fly, climb and maintain 370, right?
Yeah.
You could just go up to 370. But if you were on some departure that they had you holding at 12,000 feet, like the one out of Las Vegas,
Hotel runway 29, close to the
like,
option.
John, why are you not climbing up? And it's because the restriction's still in the FMC. So by pushing that, you clear the restriction.
Okay, so you're doing it's like a
Open climb in the Airbus.
it's like a constraint. It's like a, what's that called in the 7.3? They've got the altitude intervene.
Yes, exactly. Sorry, that would have just been the way easier way to describe it, but I've not had much coffee today. I'm sorry.
No,
That's the
you're
easy
fine.
way.
I'm looking here trying to find the top altitude of the dots to departure. Okay, 17, I found it. So I can bug up 17 because he said climb via the SID. Hey guys, we made it off the ground. I did it. In a
Actually,
heavy.
it's pretty epic.
I'm at 15,000. It's holding me here at dots. Okay. It wants me. Is it going back up now? No, it's leveling off at 15. That's interesting. Holtz in 2 miles.
572 heavy contact Los Angeles Center 124.60.
2462 American 572 heavy. I don't know why it's not climbing. Oh, it's because it's at or above 15 at dots. So I can just go level change here, I think.
I would think it's pretty safe to push 17 because dots is at or above, and 17 is obviously.
I'm going flight level change. That takes off my VNAV though. I got to be careful.
That's why I'm saying you could just simply push in the altitude knob, and
then
will do that.
It'll do that for you. Ah, okay.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. Los Angeles Center, American 57. American 572, 15-1, climbing dots 2.
American 572 Los Angeles Center, climb maintain level 370.
Climb maintain 370, American 572 heavy. All right, so that would have been a perfect case to do what you were saying. So it's just a push.
Yep, just one click, and then.
Whereas I'm doing a level change. Okay. All right, we're cleared up to 370, so we'll do it this time. So I'm bugging in 370 with my MCP panel, and clicking the button, right?
Yeah.
Where now is that? Where is that designated that what I just did is active? Because it still says flight level change speed.
Oh well, you're not in VNAV at the moment.
Oh,
so you're
VNAV.
just
Let's
in
do it again. Let's
yeah.
do it again here.
But no, you're good. I mean,
I'm
as
good?
you can see, you have 37,000 feet in the magenta on your PFD. It's already in there, armed.
Okay.
And you're on the way. So.
Cool. There you go. Miss Amanda, thank you. Yeah, Moose, thank you. You guys are awesome. Uh-oh. This is not. No.
Boy.
Oh.
Yeah, you're done, boys.
I made it.
Oh, you did it nice.
Is that a SoCal thing?
dots.
Who prayed for me? Who prayed? Everyone prayed for me at one. 134 people praying.
Wow. John, I would honestly just uninstall that.
Uninstall SoCal?
Yeah, that would help a lot of things.
Do you
in
think
your
that
sim
was
life.
what that was just now, or?
It could have been something loading. I don't know.
No.
It appeared to be well, I think it was just a long load because I had the spinny circle. You had that, and then it just suddenly popped back in. So maybe it was loading. I don't know, like Orbix Palm Springs, or I don't know. Who knows? Whatever it was.
I think it's time for a quick flyby.
Good hotel taxi to parking via Alpha. Have a good
It
one.
was nerve-wracking.
That I was gonna rage. I was gonna go P3D sabbatical on it.
3D sabbatical.
We don't like the P2D sabbaticals. We like the X-plane sabbaticals. But
Well, I was looking at my original purchase of my PMDG NGX. Believe it or not, it was in 2012.
Yep, me too. That's isn't that incredible?
And I used FS to crew, and I couldn't turn the plane on myself. Let alone do anything ATC related.
A Max question for you.
Anything, Bradley? What's up? Even though you don't respond to my text, but yep.
Well, dude,
Go ahead.
we'll
Go
talk
ahead.
about that later. Oh yeah, that's fine.
Max, I gotta interject here.
It's all
Max,
good.
Sure.
you have
Yep.
Brad's phone number. I don't even have Brad's phone number.
You don't have the
No.
digits to Bradley.
I gave
Oh,
him
wow.
my phone number once, and he just said, "Thanks,
What?
bro."
No, you didn't.
That was it.
Yeah,
That was it. That was
well,
the end of the
he's blocked me a
conversation.
couple
Oh,
times.
you are
And
pulling
ever-
Max right now.
No,
John.
no,
You
no.
are
Ever
pulling-
since then, I've been, you know what? I kind of want to know his number so I could text him and say Happy New Year, but I just don't know if there's a certain level of
No,
membership
I didn't know you wanted to exchange numbers. I didn't know like how private you were about that sort of
I
stuff.
think we
like,
didn't know each other very well when I originally said, "Hey, here's my number."
I really don't recall that honestly.
I'm
It's
kidding.
a New Jersey thing. They're very protective
No,
about the
it
digits.
seems very un-John Fly-esque to just like give away the phone number. You know, serial
There
key
is
to
a
the
select
box.
few. Yeah, there is a select few. But
Yeah, I didn't know I was invited to that. But yeah, absolutely. Then that's perfect, dude.
it's not. It's more like an honor to get your number because like I say, I just want to text you with like a stupid technical support question. That's all I want, or
But John,
a Newark
John, be
sushi
prepared, though.
recommendation.
Be prepared. If you call him, he'll never call you back.
Hey, man,
No, that's only you, dude. That's only you.
that's happened to me before from other people, but Virus City's never done that. Hey, Virus City,
What's up, Virus City? How you
Rue?
doing, buddy?
I haven't seen you in a little bit, Mister. That guy's got a beautiful Tesla. I don't follow too many people on social media, but Virus City, I see and feel and love his Tesla.
We love the Tesla. We love Elon Musk.
Love the Tesla. Yep.
We love Elon. Love the Elon Musk.
Love it. Yep. We do.
Eat it up for lunch and sushi every day.
That's my next purchase, by the way, is a Model 3.
Nice.
Yep.
That'd be cool.
That's pretty epic.
Yep, I'm planning on being able to do that in 2028. Think the batteries will still be good in 2028. All right, hopefully I can still hear Pilotedge. It seems so quiet right now. Usually SoCal is hopping.
It's quiet. I think it's because it's New Year's and all that stuff. It's just
Okay.
it's kind of.
Oh yeah.
What do you got on the schedule for tomorrow, Brad? You want to give us a sneak peek?
I don't know yet. Yeah, I don't know.
Dutch Harbor action.
Maybe I just might be that crazy. I might just be that
I think
unsafe
you
and
should pull
dangerous,
I
dude.
think you should pull a Piper out.
What's that? The 747?
747 to Dutch.
Wow, how did I know? That was a
I think you
complete
should do it.
random. That sounds like pipe.
That's not. I think you should. Just wing it.
Maybe I will. Who makes that scenery? Oh wait, you didn't ever let me ask my own question. I had like 5 minutes ago.
What's up?
How you have Aerosoft Anchorage, right? Is that where you flew from?
I do. Yeah.
How are your frames there?
Amazing.
How's your hard
Seriously.
drive space?
Not doing very well.
That is
We're on
crazy.
we're
4
on our
gigs.
last legs here.
4 gigs.
4 gigs. It's a 4 gig airport. Yeah, it might be an uninstall here shortly, but no, the scenery's great. The frames I was getting 45 to 50 in the labs.
Yikes! What? That seems almost unreal. That's crazy, man.
Well,
Even
that's the New York City internet compared to the Newark internet.
Yeah, it's definitely the internet.
Yep. But yeah, no, it was silky smooth. Yeah, it was super nice. Really good scenery too. And I had the Southern Alaska stuff, the Orbic stuff too, and it was.
I spent a lot of time on Twitch thanks to you yesterday. Dang you.
Well, thank you, John. Dude, I streamed for almost 6 hours.
Dude, I
felt
streamed
like
6 and a
2.
half yesterday.
Did you
6 and a
really?
half.
Wow.
And St.
Nice.
Wolfric was there the entire time.
He was
He
saying
was
that
sick,
it was
and he was like, "This is
12-hour
awesome."
12-hour stream day, Twitch watching day for him. It was
Yeah.
awesome. I'm like, that's amazing.
Yep. Some good stuff. I got to get back in the X-Plane, though, before I have a...
You got to be careful. You might load it up now, and it's going to be pissed. It's just going to be broke because Austin's been watching, and he said, I don't like this.
There's a lot of mixed opinions about this Caravan 208. I may try it, but there's a lot of mixed opinions.
What's the mixed opinions of?
Apparently, it's not being true to life with regard to engine start and the typical. We love the aesthetics of the Carenado, but the systems may be lacking a tad.
Okay, but that's the usual Carenado though.
Some
Looks
of them are
good.
better than others, but
Yeah.
the G1000 appeals to me because of my real sim gear hardware panel. And I was telling everyone in here today that when you move to your new pad, I'm going to be your interior decorator with regard to your cockpit.
Sounds good to me. It works for me, John. I'm gonna need some help.
You're going to be like, what is this radio panel in front of me? You mean I don't have to mouse down to like change the radio? No, you just rotate this dial here, Max. Radio panel will be the first one. Yep.
Think so? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
One perk of being a teacher, Christmas break. Yeah. We loved your attendance, and you got a lot. You earned a lot of Max nuggets yesterday. All right, so what should I be looking at here in flight here? Should I be looking at my top of descent in 104?
I would pay attention to the Hydra one and look, because they usually give you some. You're going to Blythe, I believe, is part of the flight plan, or no?
Yes, Blythe. Yep.
Yeah, they usually give some wonky cross this at that 40 miles from this sort of weird Hydra one stuff. But make sure you put in the appropriate. You should look at the ATIS now and see what they're landing, so you can build the transitions, because they're just going to expect you to kind of.
I'm going to guess it's going to be 8. The unfortunate problem is it never tells you. It only gives you 7 or 8. But I would say it's going to be 8. That's my guess anyway. What do you think, Max?
What's the wins? I haven't even looked.
Well, no, it is. I'm saying the ATIS right now in chat shows 7 right or 8. I'm just saying, do you think it's going to be? Yeah, probably 8.
Probably 8. Yeah.
110 at 5. 10 statute. Few.
Oh goodness, 777. Yeah, 8.
Is 8 shorter?
No, 8 longer. Yeah. 8's
Oh,
longer.
okay. Depends on your gate if you want north or south runways. I don't know where American parks. There's a lot of American at Phoenix, though, isn't there? So, yeah, the talk show is live. Let's do it.
Here we go, folks.
Here we go.
All right, Brad, question. Are you ready? First one, rolling off the bat. Will Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 be out in 2020?
You're going to upset John by calling it 2020.
You've
Well,
heard me say that a few times.
Be out in this
this calendar year.
This calendar year.
He's thinking about it.
Wow, wow.
Wait, you're asking me this?
Yeah, he
I'm
said
asking you,
Brad.
yeah,
He said
Brad.
Brad.
Yeah, I specifically said Brad.
I'm doing stuff. I totally zoned out. I wasn't even listening.
Do we need to hire a studio crew in order to coordinate these questions?
Yeah.
I think
might.
so. Whoa, that's loud. Holy cow.
The Brad M Studio crew, it's expensive, and they're union too. And
Yeah,
yep,
that's-
it's a
yeah,
Union
it's-
62 shop, and I'll tell you, John, it's a tough. Yep,
I
a lot
heard-
of requirements, a lot of restrictions.
Yep.
As long as they don't hire the same lawyer that Mindy and Janet did, I think Brad will be fine.
Yeah, well, that's a big old mess.
That
right
is
now.
a huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time Chicago lawyer, and it's just called a big problem.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
To answer your question, I'm going to go ahead and say it'll be absolutely in the calendar year.
You do okay.
Yep. It'll be before the end of the year, and if they're really cool, it'll be open beta by Expo.
For everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think they will be at Expo? Will they have their own big? Because E3 is the week before. Will they have a Microsoft Flight Simulator booth or a big presentation? Will there be a surprise thing at Expo in Vegas, June 12th through the 14th?
Are they listed as an exhibitor?
They're not. I checked yesterday on the street.
They'd have to be there.
You would think they would have to be there, but I didn't see them. So I don't know
And you think they would have signed up a long time ago?
Yep. Because that gives me reservations about maybe it doesn't come out in 2020 if they're not going to be. Because why would you not be there? You know what I mean? If it's not going to come out in 2020.
You could say the same thing for PosCon.
Well, that's never going to happen.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't think it is.
The rumor. I've never seen it officially stated, but other people claim to have seen it officially stated somewhere. Is it fourth quarter? But I guess that's their roadmap shoot target. I don't know if it's officially been made that.
Right.
And like Brad said, it's not called 2020, but everyone refers to it as 2020. But in my mind, if they're doing this Tech Alpha now, and the SDK is going out, why not do a Tech Bravo that's more widespread open by Expo? I mean, that to me would be.
Yeah.
I mean, the guys, we know the guys, the YouTubers and Twitch streamers that went there and flew it in person. They liked what they saw. Why not have a more open tech beta prior to Expo? Even because you'd have there'd be a lot of buzz, right? From a marketing perspective, there'd be a lot of buzz. So.
Fair.
What do you
It's
think,
fair.
Brad?
I hope it comes out soon. Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, you're not given a year prediction, though?
That's 981, contact Los Angeles Center, 126.35, yeah.
Is that what you're asking?
Contact Center 126.35, Delta 981 Heavy.
Sorry, Pilotedge was talking. I was just saying, Max's original question, Brad, do you think it'll come out this year?
American 100, cross call, that 19.25.
You keep saying hope so. You're supposed to say
I don't know.
my feeling is.
Getting into politics, though. Brad's getting into politics. Very
really,
plays the middle.
Yeah, I don't really like, I'm not like super hyped because it's not out yet type of thing, Like, I'm not gonna waste my energy.
That's not division to Delta 981 Heavy on follow 263.
I think my thing about from a streamer point of view is it's the reason why I didn't sign up for it is if I can't stream it.
You don't want to spend
it's
the
tough
time
for me to get
doing
I don't want to spend it. Very certain airplanes like the Hot Start TBM 900. I wasn't able to stream it in the beginning, but I love beta testing it. I love flying that thing because that was just an awesome airplane. Same with the Challenger 300. Like that would be awesome. But I think with Microsoft, since it's so raw, it's so alpha, to not be able to stream that, not be able to share that experience, would be more frustrating than it would be exciting and interesting. Is kind of how I feel about it, and that's why I didn't sign up for the beta.
I can hear that. I heard that. I submitted my DX Diag, and I'm not in.
You were supposed to submit your DX Diag to get in, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Yep.
It's kind of weird.
Well, they wanted a certain range of hardware specs, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, no, totally. I've just never. I don't know. That's kind of cool, but.
Well, there were also 12 people that said don't let John fly into the Tech Alpha, and I'm like, okay, fine. Just because I took away your snacks doesn't mean. Yeah, I took away their snacks.
We love the snacks. We love the snacks.
Love snacks. We love them.
Love the snack.
Yep, can't get enough.
Mustafa says, Brad's like me, never speaking absolutes, except when you're talking about FS Dream Team.
Yeah,
that's an I heard absolute feedback from him, and I heard actually feedback from El Gargantuan as well. And
I want to give it just a quick. I don't know. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, please.
I was just gonna say I had a legitimate issue with their products, and I had to sign up to make a forum account, and it took them 6 business days to manually accept my account. Which by then I've already rectified the problem.
The forum account. Wow.
Yeah. So you're basically on your own, or you hope that somebody else has posted the same problem on the forums and they have found some remedy.
There used to be a myth, Bruja, that you couldn't even say that you were in it, but I guess that's not true. People can say they're in it; they just can't talk about the specifics of the product. But I don't know what they probably just went off of a range of hardware and just randomly picked people. Who knows? I don't know.
I hope it works out for them. Hope it works out well, and they're doing good. Yeah.
I'm sure that I wouldn't spend a terrible amount of time because, like you, Max, and probably you as well, Brad, we don't spend a lot of time flying by ourselves. A little bit now and then, maybe to test something or check that or whatever. But if we're going on PE or VADSIM, most of the time we're streaming.
Well, streaming, or I'm doing something like this. You're streaming, and I love flying with you, or I love flying with Brad. Even though he makes me slow down. All that stuff, right? Like I love doing that stuff. Like that's awesome. I probably have flown like a solo flight by myself, like with no other friends, a Libby, a you, a Brad, a Ty,
or a
whatever
stream
it
going,
might be.
whatever. Yeah, very rare.
Or a stream going. I probably done. I mean, it's probably been one flight in the past 3.
Yeah. Hey, there's the Salton Sea. That looks good down there. So I don't come down here and fly for my own personal entertainment, which is because my personal entertainment now has been completely enhanced by you guys and Twitch chat and live chats, and it's just hard to fly alone. It's hard to be alone now. I was alone for a decade or 2 decades in the flight sim world, and now I'm not. Yeah. I don't, like I say, I'm not in a big hurry for the new simulator because I just spent a bunch of money on sceneries. So I wouldn't mind. And not to mention the FS Labs, all given by donations. Max, you've changed my life. It's all your fault.
Yep, agreed. Yep. Blame Max. Yep, totally on board. I agree.
So is my fault.
I will say one thing though, John. I think I told you this when we talked last week. I said, like, you know, that you reach a point in which you pretty much, you know, have, relatively speaking, as much as you possibly can own, or one can own for X-Plane, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've reached a point in which there is nothing new coming out. You know, you have everything that you have, all the vertical sim stuff, all the short final stuff. You have this, you know, all the Orbix, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
hold on.
for us,
Cross Skull and maintain 250, American 572 Heavy. All right, so let me just verify my FMC. So Skull 250. So I can now bug my McDo to. I need to have a McDo view because this is not a McDo view. All right, 250. All right, do you think I should descend early, Brad, Max?
I would just do it by whatever they say, really.
Just do it by the FMC?
We love
FM.
now.
Okay, Prague. 20 to the top of descent. Okay. All right. So what? Okay. So yeah, what you're saying is if there's nothing. I mean, that 208 Caravan with the G1000. I want to try that in X-Plane. I want to do. I want to play around a little bit more with a few of the birds. I haven't done the Zebo in a while, so I think it's a matter of. I'll probably have a little bit of excitement when I go back into that platform after spending the last few weeks on Prepared. Even though I did do the Tolus just 4 days ago with shared cockpit with the Tolus. So I guess that...
I just think for me, it's like a whole thing of trying to keep it fun, fresh, and dynamic and doing new things, right? And already my P3D scenery library trumps my X-Plane 11 one just because there's simply so much more. I know Max even just bought a bunch of new sceneries, and like, you know, we're able to go to these new places we couldn't go in X-Plane with great scenery. And you know, winter time, of course, is really cool in P3D, and there's just some great effects in the aircrafts that allow us to have these really nice, you know, icing simulations and de-icing, and there's just so much yet to be explored, I think, for P3D because it's been out for so long, but we're so new to it that we see this
that is all
gigantic,
kind of fresh. Yeah,
and we're like, wow, look at all this. And I mean, it's, you know, it's cool. They have a lot of great sales on Sim Market pretty often for these sceneries, and you know, it's just something fun, fresh, and different, and I think that's very key to a flight sim hobby.
Mustafa, a bunch of P3D newbies. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I was going to say that, hello, Brian Grant, how are you doing? What site was the gift card for? I couldn't remember it. Sim Market, Bruja. Yeah, he won a $25 Sim Market gift card on here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was a chunky gift card with your snack balance. He was so excited he finally won. Along those same lines, Brad, I'm going to tell you that right now I will check out 40 to 50 different flight sim streamers, and there's about a dozen that I'm probably visit more often than others. And then there, inside of that dozen, there are a couple of people that primarily have been P3D, and whereas I have been primarily X-Plane, my attention level for those streams is more about the person than it's been for the content. Now suddenly, okay, I enjoy a Citation Max stream. I enjoy a Brad M stream. But I will say that I think the enjoyment level is actually going to go up a notch because now what you guys are doing in the labs, in the PMDGs, is a little bit more applicable to my simulation. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's more relatable to you.
So more relatable. There's a level of enhancement that I'm gonna do going into, and same with like people like Mustafa here in the chat. He streams primarily P3D. It's of more interest to me now, but I'm still there's
John,
best
what
of
are your
both
initial
worlds.
thoughts of P3D? You've been flying it a lot. Like what are the first three things that pops off your brain when you hear P3D now?
Well, there's three things that immediately come to my head. One is two are good and the third is bad. Okay. And there's probably probably a dozen things that come to my head, but the first three are: one is better clouds, second is better water, and third is so intricately tied into the Windows registry and the system in general. I hate it. So
Better airplanes.
that would be probably in the top 5 or 6. But not across the board. There's not a better TBM.
Yep.
There's not a in my opinion there's not a better 757.
Yep.
I don't know about the 767. But yeah, obviously my favorite Airbus is the FS Labs now. Thanks to you guys. Thank you. You're making me a victim. That is my favorite Airbus now. Sim independent. I used to be the Fly Factor 320. Then the Tola started catching up, and now they've both been blown out of the water by the FS Labs. And I'm sorry, but it's true. Does it mean I'm going to stop flying the Tolus or the Fly Factor 320? No. But it does make me pause when I think I want a bus today.
Which one?
Yeah.
I think we're very fortunate in that we're able to actually have, all these sims and all these cool toys and goodies and be able to, do that and just be like, wow, which one of my 5 Airbuses do I want to fly today type of thing.
Yeah.
I think that's like a very, very good problem to have, and that we're very fortunate to be able to have that. And I mean, I would say largely in part to Twitch.
Yeah. No, I agree.
They're the ones that
hold on.
the lifeblood of it.
2845 American 572 Heavy. I think that's right. 2845. Let's do 2845.
Yep, 2845.
And that's still LA Center then? Still?
No, Albuquerque. Mr. Marcus
Thank
is
you.
on.
Oh, cool.
I think I fixed my anchorage, man.
What's up?
I think I fixed my anchorage. I think there was a
Oh,
problem
you did?
with it.
Fantastic.
Yep,
Brad,
yep,
that's great.
yep,
I'm just going to
thanks.
check in 1 second.
Fantastic.
Albuquerque Center, good day. American 572 Heavy. 298 descending to 250 over Skull.
572 Albuquerque Center, good afternoon. The Phoenix altimeter 3002. Descend via the Hyder 1 arrival, runway 8 transition.
Descend via the Hyder 1 transition for runway 8. Happy New Year, American 572 Heavy.
New Year to you too, buddy.
I won't say heavy again. Good night.
Say heavy all you want.
Roger. I got to drop that habit of heavy on center. Even though there's some real world controllers that say the guys in the real world still say heavy at the center level.
They do.
Anyway, so yeah, as a result of Twitch, we're getting exposed to all these different things, and I'm going to say that I'm officially a hybrid streamer now.
That's amazing. Is the emote going to come back? The 78% P3D.
It's going to be X-Plane 18%.
Epic, that's so cool.
What's your percentage, Brad, of X-Plane P3D, do you think?
I would say right now it's like 90-10 just because there's so much hype. I'm continuously getting so much new stuff. That's what I was just saying before, whereas I'm not for X-Plane because I already have what I kind of want and what I need based on what's out there. So, but again, you look at Just Sims sceneries on Sim Market, I maybe only have 2 of them, whereas there's 20, right? And it's I can't go to these cool. Okay, that's a bad example because they have dual sim sceneries, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think I'm 90-10. Yeah, 90-10.
Mustafa says, 777 Bob says Anchorage, Aerosoft Anchorage is 10 out of 10. Mustafa says probably just because it's easier to remember to say heavy all the time than sometimes yes and no. Yeah, that makes sense. And Original Geek says, John Fly, I think streamers fall into a couple of different types. One's the focus on the planes, others on the scenery, others on the entertainment. Yeah, it's very true.
Turn left heading 300.
That's very, very true. But I will say that these two gentlemen, Brad and Max, I learn a lot and I'm highly entertained. And sometimes the entertainment is on purpose and sometimes it's not. Which is what I classify myself as. I think that people learn things from my stream, sometimes from don't do what I just did or don't do what I do, or they learn from chat teaching me on Discord voice or in the Twitch chat. People are learning through me, and then I try to impart knowledge to other people. Like Bradley just learned that if you click mic, it brings up the radio stack.
Yeah.
So I just passed that along.
I think my thing about streaming these airplanes, because those streamers, we stream so many different airplanes. I don't, know these things that well at all. And I think every time I go live, Twitch chat always teaches me a minimum of 3 things a stream about the airplane, about the sim, and I think that is like incredible. I think that is what makes it all, worth it, and all. I mean, constantly learning, and that's the difference between like a YouTube and Twitch. Twitch is live. There's no editing. It is just you and the sim and all the debacles and all the ups and downs. YouTube, you can edit out if a mistake here, a mistake there, and I think that's what makes Twitch really special, as you have that direct interaction with the viewer. But you also have those mistakes and those disasters that you can't fake that you do. And I think that's what's really special about it.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, imagine this flight off stream, John, right? It would probably have taken you, 3 times as long as on the ground just to kind of get
Oh yeah, for sure.
everything going, and so yeah.
I could have YOLO'd it and had a big issue on departure yesterday, man. That I had a real issue coming out of New Orleans.
Yeah, what happened?
Okay, I'll tell you in just a second. Let me prep for this transition just to make sure. I've verify if this is correct. I've reset my MCP to 5,000, which is the bottom of Red Route 1, Hyder 1 on the runway 8 transition. It's the CAGR waypoint. If I go into the departure and arrival, Phoenix, it's chosen ILS 8, so it probably has already set up the runway 8 transition. On the Navigraph chart, we've got runway 8 from Gila to Punt to Tech to Falgo to Kagor to Jamil. So I'm just going to verify that those are all in the box. Next page. It looks good on the transition. It looks fantastic. So I am happy with that. All right. So we're still at 250 though. So I'm a little bit concerned. Why am I at 250?
You gotta push the out button in, John.
You gotta push the knob in again.
Push it in.
That is like Airbus, isn't it?
No. It's not like that. The Boeing will descend by itself if you dial it in, but in this case, you may have.
I may have hit the altitude and then it's maintained. So I'm going to be late.
100, contact Phoenix approach 128.65.
Yeah, but you don't need to push that. For descent or climb explicitly.
Okay. All right, but I think because I had it stop at 250 and it wanted to go lower and it went past the point where it wanted to go lower, at that point I needed to press it. Or because I reset to 5,000, it was still maintaining.
Yeah, you can see you're high on the vertical deviation profile there. I'm not sure whatever it is. I want to drop the brakes.
We're supposed to be at or above 220 at Mojave, so I think I'm going to be okay.
Oh, all right.
But you're right, the deviation is quite a bit off, but we might let it try to recompute. PDX Kit, how you doing? Watch one, do one, teach one. There you go. I think that Brad and Max, we do have a lot of overlap, but there are I'd find that there's certain friends have congregated to certain people, and I go into streams sometimes and I know a few people, but I don't know all of them.
Correction, San Jose Tower 124.0.
Yeah.
Or most of them.
I think, but also if you go into like a Europe streamer, I feel like there's the ocean between, North America, and then the Europe is very, very, from a viewership point of view, there was quite a split in viewership, and it's just because I think there was
accents and cultures and
well, just not even that, but just like the American streamer, I think there's a lot of overlap. There's a lot of great love and a lot of shared viewership, which is great. But I think with the Europe guys, there's not as much there's a lot of love and greatness, but there's not as much overlap. It's very much they watch their European guys, and if I look at the chat there in Europe for a Chewy or a Black Box, there's not as many people as I see coming into the streams this side of the ocean than I do from the guys I watch, you, John, or I watch Brad, or I watch Ty, or I Mustafa, whatever it might be, which is interesting.
Yeah, I do see a lot of names in Black Box particularly. I see a lot of people in there that are very, how shall we put it, academic with their simming. So they're in there. They know that Black Box is one of the most educated and academically oriented streamers out there. He's been known to have some fun as well. He was bombing things with DCS yesterday. And yeah, so you have a different, and of course, there's some personalities that mesh better with others. But I think you're right. I think we're lucky when we bring over someone from from Europe or Asia into our stream and get to know them. I have a few mods from Europe, and I love their participation.
Yep, me too. I just wish we could have more of that,
Yeah.
more overlap with all the streamers. That would be, globally.
Like I said, I tune into 45, 50 different flight sim streams, and then I'll occasionally find a new one. And then some people stop streaming or whatever. But
Phoenix ground, afternoon, runway 7 left, taxi via Delta.
I would love to find a situation where one day, no matter what time of day, what day of the week, I can turn on and I'm going to enjoy something that's there. That right now it doesn't happen all the time because at 2 a.m. on a Thursday night or Friday morning, 2 a.m., there's not much going on in the American or in the flight sim channel. I do think that our Twitch channel is going to change when the new sim comes out.
You do?
Yep.
In what way?
I think that there's gonna be there's more of a segregation. I really do think that we're not gonna be under X. Let's put it that way. And I don't think the X plane guys are gonna go to Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know. I just feel like there's something there's something that's gonna change. Because now we have P3D that can come into the FSX channel.
American 572, contact
Hold
Phoenix
on a
approach
second.
128.65.
2865 American 572. I didn't say heavy. Hold on, let me check in. Oh wait, was it 2865?
Yeah, 2865.
Number 1 Charlie Victor, contact Amarillo departure. We'll see you.
Phoenix approach, American 572 heavy, 17,000, descending Hyder 1 with Alpha.
It's whiskey.
American 572 heavy Phoenix approach. Afternoon, thanks for Alpha. Phoenix altimeter 2995, expect visual approach, runway 8.
Expect visual, runway 8, American 572 heavy. All right, so we got pressure.
Heavy, contact Phoenix approach 120.4. 20.4, American 100 head.
Was that 24 or 27.4?
Amarillo departure, Vision Jet 251 Charlie Victor, climbing to 5,900 for 16,500.
Number 251 Charlie Victor, Amarillo departure, radar contact, altimeter 2957, maintain VFR.
Maintain VFR 2957 for 251 Charlie Victor.
Evening Phoenix, American 100 Heavy is 11-8 descending via the arrival 8 transition with whiskey.
American 100 Heavy, Phoenix approach, thank you, and report Phoenix Airport in sight.
We got the airport 100 Heavy.
American 100 Heavy at Jamil, cleared visual approach from 8.
At Jamil, cleared visual 8, 100.
All right, so besides auto
I messed
brake,
up big time.
uh-oh, you didn't get called out on frequency, did you?
I messed up big.
Oh dear.
Different transition?
I just didn't pay attention. I didn't look at my FMC once. Yeah.
Great way to start off the new year.
Oh, he did say something. I missed it all. Does anyone have input if Simbit World of Pilot Life is any good? Never heard of it.
Kilo and Zulu into the ramp on this
Oh, is that the one where you simulate a pilot's life in the sim? Maybe I have seen that before. All right, so Max is setting up his aircraft. Brad, is there, besides auto brake, lights, what else do I want to be doing? Setting up ILS frequency potentially?
Auto-tune.
It's auto-tuned?
Yep.
Anything else I need to be doing here for the before landing
check
checklist?
the electronic checklist there on the lower ICAS. If you go over to the FO's EFIS panel.
I don't want to do that right now.
Oh, well, yeah, other than that, I don't know.
I'm going to put that on the list to learn.
It's just, yeah, it's just.
But just
yeah,
flow. Just look at anything I'm missing. Like the 5 things. So, auto brake.
Speed brake, auto brake, light signs, flaps, gear. That's, yeah, basically.
Is my spoilers automatically armed or no?
Nope, you have to arm those.
All right, speed brake is armed. All right, we're at punt. Set the barrow is set. Ah, it changed 1 degree, so thank you, or 1 inch. Usually arm speed brake when dropping gear. Or if you're a one-person op, you might do it earlier. If you're not going to use your speed brakes, maybe. I don't know. You did it into LAX last night, had to descend with spoilers all the way down. Yeah, I mean, we're good on the speed here. How do you land a 777, guys? How do you, what is it, how do you land one?
I don't know how to answer that.
Would I treat it like a 767 as far as flare? I could auto land?
No, I wouldn't auto land. You should have some fun with it. It flies great.
Iowa Scotson says there is there is a flight simulation category, but no one uses it. Yeah. So
yeah, I don't want to tell you how to land it just because I want you to like just
feel it. Yeah.
Yeah, just
1632, Roger, thanks.
Max, what were you saying about the Twitch category?
Tower 118.7.
Oh, you're going to tower now, I think.
187, good day, 100.
Delta 145, Phoenix Tower, afternoon, runway 7 left, cleared for takeoff, wind, calm.
The scenery looks pretty good.
American 572, contact Phoenix approach 120.4.
20.4, American 572 heavy. Oh, it worked that time.
American 100 heavy, Phoenix Tower, runway 8, clear to land, wind calm.
That's weird, it worked. It's now working, weird. Phoenix approach, American 572 heavy, 11,000.
American 572 heavy, Phoenix approach, Phoenix altimeter 299.5, spec visual approach for runway 8, report the airport in sight.
All right, we'll report airport in sight, American 572 heavy. His altimeter is different than my altimeter. I don't know if Active Sky is out of sync or... But Max, you still there?
Yeah. I'm super behind.
Saturated. Okay, you're good.
Give me a second here.
I'm seeing 2995, the altimeter from Active Sky.
Are you? Oh, okay. My Active Sky's not updating. All right. So is it slash for speed brakes? There we go. All right. Where's this airport? I think it's just beyond those mountains over there. Oh, there it is. I see it. Okay. Airport inside American 572 heavy.
American 572 heavy, thanks. After JAML cleared visual approach runway 8.
After JAML cleared visual 8, American 572 heavy. Don't use B on the PMDG planes. It doesn't like it. Oh, like auto. Oh, really? Like B. Where's B? Oh, wait.
It means on the keyboard.
Yeah, sure it does. It sets my altimeter. What does it do in the PMDG? Did it do something to it? I think I've unbound B to anything else. Maybe, I don't know. I always use B for altimeter.
That's an interesting point, though. He says that it just takes your location under the ground and gives you that barrow.
Yeah.
Versus,
I think it might be right, actually.
Might be 30, out here, but it might actually be 95.
Charlie Victor leaving my airspace. Your radar services
It
terminated.
takes
Squawk and maintain VFR.
the current location, but on ground and not.
Squawk and maintain VFR,
Oh, not the barrow in the air?
No, not the barrow from the actual field, the reporting station at the field. It's grabbing the barrow from literally wherever you're flying over at that moment.
Okay, which is fine. To a degree.
Passing 3,900
Yeah.
8,000.
Delta 145 Phoenix
Maybe.
departure, afternoon radar contact. Climb and maintain a flight level 210.
Maintain
But let's think about it from this
145.
perspective. We'll play Max's famous devil's advocate.
Oh, I love this game.
You have an altitude restriction, right? And your barrow's all concocted, right? Well, hey, sorry, Keith. I smashed the B button. It was in there, right? but no, it's set improperly, and you're 200 feet low or high, and you're supposed to be in one of those types of situations.
No, good point.
Just trying to make 2020 a deviation-free year, folks. That's all.
Yeah.
American 100 heavy. Straight ahead on Bravo 10 to join Charlie 9 or
I think
Charlie
when you're
ramp, stay
at
on this
the
frequency.
field on the ground, John, then it'd be okay because you're
Yeah.
at the location of the reporting station.
My feeling is if you don't have a deviation sometime soon, you're not PEing enough. PEing.
Yeah, it's kind of true. Yeah, it's a rite of passage. And the second one's just kind of a, yeah, you miss getting yelled at kind of thing.
No. I think I'm high. I'm going to slow down. Nah, I'm okay. I'll see what happens. I'm supposed to be at Jamil at 4,000. We're close.
You're landing 8 or 7, right?
8.
Oh, I forgot. It's kind of weird how this one works out here. Yeah, they make you do like this weird
sidestep. Yeah,
it's
you
like a
don't.
sidestep
Yeah,
turn,
after
yeah.
Jamil. Yeah. You're like right of 8 until you get to like Aleki, I like or something, and then you veer over. It is weird. And I thought it was a problem with the sim, and I think it is an X-plane. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it lands you on the taxiway if you don't deviate on your own. Seriously,
That's awesome.
There's a lineup issue where if you do an 8, then you're lined up for the taxiway, and you have to. I caught it and I diverted over. I think the PMDG is going to be just fine because here it is. It's going over. Uh-oh, speed brakes extended. Let's arm them. And I'm going to go ahead and hit approach. And I'm going gear down. I can take over the speed here. I'm going to slow way down. I'm going to go flaps 1. Flaps 1 at 245. Okay, cool.
Number 8802 Uniform Executive Ground.
Oh, no.
Oakland Airport.
Yikes, what happened?
Sacramento,
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
6,000 within 5
Yeah,
minutes
dude,
of
that's
departure.
you need that solid state, John. It was loaded in the airport. You can see it pop in.
7.4,
Oh, that was scary.
3511.
With the black textures fading away. Yep. Yeah.
Scariness. For a minute, we're like, oh. All right, hopefully I'm capturing the load there. All right, flaps 2.
I'm still waiting for a Brad C at some point.
Cessna
Maybe
02
tomorrow.
Uniform, read back correct.
Not one of these like see ya. Like, cause I know you like to do like see ya.
Contact Albuquerque
Gotta do like the.
Center on
Gotta do like this.
134.32.
There's no. Gotta do one of the.
3432 to 145.
American 572 heavy contact.
You had
Phoenix
me
Tower,
dying the other
1.7.
night.
It's
Over to
I'm serious,
Phoenix
that's
Tower, American 572 Heavy.
Come on, Max, stop talking, dude.
I'm just gonna-
18.7. Good day, Phoenix Tower, American 572 Heavy, visual 8.
American 572 heavy Phoenix Tower, roger. Wind calm, runway 8 cleared to land.
Runway 8 cleared to land, American 572 Heavy. That was like a Brad call right there. I'm going to put in flaps 30 here.
Total 145 Albuquerque.
I'm
Center,
somewhat proud of
runway
myself that
5360.
this is actually working out, guys. Thank you. I'm proud of myself. All right, so VREF is going to be 135 plus 5, right? Should I add 5? Why not?
Yeah.
I'm dirty early. Nothing wrong with being dirty early. Right? Right.
You should hand flight in from here, John.
Oh, snack. Not from 7 miles. I'm not that ready yet.
Oh, come on.
I will soon. I'll disconnect at half mile. Can you auto land in the 7? I think you could. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think I just hit. Right now I'm set up to auto land, I think, with both autopilots on. Maybe not.
The biggest mistake people don't do is they don't disconnect the autopilot once they land. Right? And they're like, well, the airplane wants to track center line on the auto land. And they're like, oh, my controls are borked, this and that, but you have to actually disconnect to be able to steer the aircraft again and take control of it. I've seen a lot of guys that forget that when they're
You will
steering
see
around,
5 added already in the FMC. Oh, should I go 135? Oh, yeah. I should go 135 then. Okay. All right, 5 out. That's a good point about the barrow.
And Sacramento ground, number 8802 uniform.
Should you just go off of what ATC says, or should you get it off of
I
active
would just
sky?
go. They all pull from that same NOAA source, so
Predictions
be
are
the
coming
same.
in.
Number 8802 uniform.
I predict.
Ground,
I think, John.
runway 20.
416.
Taxi runway
285 for me.
on Mike.
Oh wait, do I auto throttle off here or no?
No, it will auto idle at about 30 or 20 feet.
Do I have to?
but,
Should I take my throttle back?
yeah,
Physically?
Yeah, pull it back.
All right. All right, fine. Disconnecting. My airplane. Pappies are not happy, but I trust the flight director. Should I? Should I trust the flight director?
Just follow the pappies. Yeah, I would just follow the glide slope, John. You're right on it. Your silky smooth approach.
I feel like I need to turn just a little bit to the left. Just barely. I don't know how high this gear is off the ground.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Versers in, I hope. I think they are. And I can do manual braking at what speed?
Whenever.
Okay, braking.
Slam 'em toasty 5 Mike whiskey.
I think we can exit here. I'm going to turn my turn signal on if you guys don't mind.
Clear on the right.
Turn signal coming on. I should have had the plane volume turned up, but I didn't. Where does American Heavies park?
I don't know. That's the American gates ahead, though.
Gotta make sure I'm
going to find you a gate
off
real
the
quick.
runway.
You can call it up in GSX.
Oh wait, I gotta get off the runway. Looks like I'm off almost. Yeah. So I can, yeah. Find me. If you can find me.
Yeah, I've actually found one. If you just keep running
Oh.
all the way to
Straight
the.
ahead
Hold
to
on.
join Charlie into the ramp. You stay on this frequency.
Straight ahead, join Charlie to the ramp this frequency, American 572 Heavy.
Maybe if it is easier for you to continue on Bravo and then right.
Yeah, so if you
turn
take
at,
Charlie
Tango,
all the way
Charlie's
down,
good too.
and if you call in GSX for Bravo 25, that's the only listed heavy gate in the North Complex.
Should I stay on Bravo? He's asking.
Nope. Oh, you're going to Charlie, right?
Hey, I will turn right on Charlie. Thanks, American 572 Heavy. All right. I missed what part of what you said because Marcus was saying something, but.
No worries. Charlie all the way down. Call it in for Bravo 25.
Okay. So Bravo to Charlie. This frequency. I should probably put my flaps up and my spoilers down. I do miss plane command. I guess there is a similar product for P3D, but.
Oh, one of the cool things you can do too, I'm not sure if this is really one of those things that you like worry about, but you can actually call in the GSX parking location when you're like 5 or 10 miles away. So it's kind of like there when you're...
All right, let's do this. I'm going to slow down. I'm going to stay on Charlie. I'm going to bring up GSX. All right, and I'm going to do... Oh, it's got start. That's weird. Oh, no, parking. Okay, so yeah.
yeah, Bravo.
Do I want gate B?
Yeah, B25. It's the only one available.
Next page. B25. Heavy. Thank you. I can do a follow me card too. I love that. I did that in Serbia.
Really? You know, I've actually never used that.
I'm gonna do it, just for
for
kicks and giggles.
Yeah.
And Phoenix Ground, American 572 Heavy. We're having to stop for just a moment. Follow me car's coming out for a special escort.
Thank you, Roger.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, we might as well do this. Oh, it says a minute and a half for the follow me car to get here.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Hey, that landing wasn't too bad. I know it was late, and I was set up perfectly and stable, but thank you guys. Thank you, Brad, Max, chat.
That was awesome, John. Thank you.
It felt good.
Question for
there's a question for Max. When ATC gives you the altimeter setting when you're still well above your transition altitude, do you update the barrel then, or do you wait until after you pass transition?
Snack. I just got hosted with the
I've flown with Max, and he always changes it when if we're below flight levels. He's always changing it to what as soon as ATC gives it.
Current altimeter setting. It's very important. Whenever ATC gives you the current altimeter, because that can change from the ATIS that happened maybe an hour ago. It could have been a pressure drop. So.
No, I think. The
But if
question
you're
he's
at flight
saying-
level 190, do you change it just so when you switch from standard to not standard? Yeah, I think you do. But you're still on
What do you mean?
standard, right? I mean,
I'm on. I go out of standard at 8.
if you're at 190 and they give you a barrel, are you going to change it?
No.
Okay, I thought there was a situation where you change the barrel, but it actually keeps it on standard until you hit a standard button.
If let's say at 19, he says, I don't know, current altimeter setting, pilot discretion descend maintain 10,000, altimeter 2992 or 2982, right? I will put 2982 in the standby, which sets it, and then when I cross 18, I push a button, and then it set to 2982.
Okay.
But I won't set 2982.
Yeah, his question was. Yeah, his question was.
Phoenix Ground American 572 continuing taxi, please. Thank you.
American 572, thanks.
All right. So yeah, I think does that make sense, Mustafa? Sorry, I had to cut you off there to let him know I was continuing my taxi. That answered my questions. Okay. Yeah. But the thing is I don't know if ATC gives you barrel when you're at the flight levels very often, do they?
They will if they give you a descent below standard. If it's a pilot's discretion or a descend via or a descend and maintain, they have to give you an altimeter setting. So an example like that's.
The other thing that I missed, guys, is Kenko just gave me a host. Mr. Kenko with the host. Thank you so much. Sorry, I was task saturated with the follow me car and also with the beautiful Max and Brad giving some great information to Mustafa. So Kenko, are you here? Thank you so much for the host. I've been enjoying your streams, sir. I was
actually in there earlier before you were streaming, John, and he was landing in Amsterdam, and it was, yeah, he's a good guy. It was a sporty arrival, Ian. That looked pretty dicey, dude.
And he's across the pond, right? You're across the pond, Kenko? Right? Isn't he? Or maybe not.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Yes, indeedy. South UK. Yeah, perfect. See, we were talking about some of the European guys come over, and he just introduced a bunch of Europeans to us, 3 Yanks. I consider Max a Yankee, even though he was born in London. Yeah, it's the P3D 777. Yep. We just flew from Los Angeles to Phoenix, and my friend's Citation Max here gifted me some sceneries. So we picked up LAX and Phoenix as a result of his kind gesture. Thank you, Max.
Yeah, John, can I make one announcement here quickly? This is actually good news for everyone.
Please.
Okay. I just got word from Mindy and Janet's lawyers that we have settled.
Oh.
So they are back now.
Oh, wow. Does that mean, did they negotiate the emote coming back, or?
Affirmative.
Okay.
So they have allowed the emotes part of the settlement deal. So emotes are back. And they actually allowed us to get a new Mindy and Janet emote now also. So that was part of the settlement. But yep, definitely was a tough deal, tough cookies. But yep, we figured it out. So we're back now.
Actually, yeah, where did that emote really go though?
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's not there.
It went on
right?
sabbatical
I know we
during
had
this
to get
dispute.
pulled because there was a dispute.
Yeah.
Like a legitimate actual, or are you just doing the Max thing?
There was like a legitimate.
There's like a lawsuit and a lawyer and a union. And
Chicago, like they're Union 68. It's the flight attendant.
Yeah.
It's bad. Yeah.
One of them wanted child support, and it was kind of there had to be a paternity test involved.
You seriously believe that, bro? Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to trust people
Yikes,
on the
dude.
internet these days.
Yikes,
Yeah,
bro.
well, we know you're a liar now. Yikes. Exposed.
Yo. But anyway, so they're back. So that's good news.
I don't see a marshaller here, but that's great news. I love Mindy and Janet, and together they're amazing. All right.
They're a tandem.
How come I don't?
Behind the jetway there, John.
Oh, he's behind the jetway. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, yep. Ready back. There you go, Mr. 777.
I can't even see his hand signals. How am I supposed to park here? Do it the old school way. Which marking do I do it on? Well, GSX was wrong because a heavy doesn't go here. Oh well.
No, it definitely does. It's a heavy gate. That's why it was the only one available.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. The flight beam paint on the ground only has 7.3, 320, CRJ. There's no heavy. Let's put it that way. So they got the paint on the ground wrong is all I'm saying. Yeah. Well, that was pretty cool. So it's a rare time when Max gets distracted and doesn't have his plane set up and ready to go, and I do. It's a rare flip flop.
I actually enjoyed that one quite a bit.
Yeah. Marcus is like, what is this 2020? This is like opposite day or something? Because usually John's the one screwing up. But let's see here. Let's do
51 contact Los Angeles Center 133.2. We'll see ya.
disconnect from PE, and we'll do a replay of that somewhat adequate landing, right? I think I'm disconnected, yeah. The other thing about P3D, Brad and Max, is that there are P3D specific Twitch viewers. So you'll get people that'll come in for this versus an X-plane, and vice versa. You know?
Yeah. It's very fair.
All right, I'm going to go to chase plane.
I'm sure when you flew the FS Labs with the first stream, you saw a pretty big jump in viewership just because people wanted to see, can John fly?
Yeah,
the FS
exactly.
Labs?
This is entertainment factor.
Yeah, sink or swim. They want to see if you can do it.
Yeah.
And you did, but like they just wanted to see, Yeah. Do we trust this guy?
Okay, so you guys asked the question earlier, Max and Brad. One of you asked what happened out of New Orleans. Well, Brad knows better than I, but I'll try to explain it somewhat. I was very heavy. The performance calculation that I got via the AOC, ATSU, whatever, gave me flaps 3 for departure plus a 3 on the trim. And Brad was educating me on how to bring up those flaps properly during the departure in order to not have it go crazy. And I don't know exactly what happened, but my plane got super duper slow and I started diving toward the ocean. So maybe Brad can give me a debrief on what did happen.
Yeah, I recall that in the moment. I think you had to do it. Well, first of all, you took off on runway 2, which was like, about 3,000 or 4,000 feet shorter than 11, which would have been probably the better option. I'm not sure what the weather was, but it was probably the better option to go in the longer runway. But I think you were in toga for so long, by the time that you hit thrust climb, you're already like way past a couple of those speeds. And then I forgot. I don't think you.
I don't think I raised the flaps. Or sorry, well, I don't think I had the flaps going up on the right schedule for sure.
Yeah, it was something like that. But additionally, I think you put autopilot on, but I'm not sure if you commanded it properly to either climb or descend. At the moment, I can pull it up and watch. But I was actually gonna. I forgot what I was saying now. You know what I mean.
I learned that some people have the same issue that I do, especially with the Warthog. In fact, Max, you've had the same issue switching from flex or maybe not even getting to flex and having to go toga on the runway. I think it's this Warthog. I think it's sensitivity. It's changed. We have to set it in the McDo, the right settings. But in the meantime, if we don't want to do that, apparently if we unbind F2 or F1, F2, F3, and F4 from their generic P3D functions, then the FS Labs by default uses F1, F2, F3, and F4 for those different detents. So for example, you hit F4, boom, it goes into flex. If you hit F3, if you've unbound it from P3D's normal function, it goes to climb thrust. Is what I'm reading. There's also basically F3 and F2 do it incrementally. There was a forum post about it, and I think I honestly believe that it's the Warthog HOTAS why I can't go from flex to climb thrust.
So I told you in the FS Labs there is
I gotta run. I'll see you guys.
Oh,
Ciao,
John,
man.
Alright, see
See
you,
you guys.
bro.
Good night. Good night. Good night. See
Yep,
you guys.
good night, good night,
See you.
good night,
Take care.
good night.
Bye.
Yep, bye-bye. Time for departure.
There we go. Replay.
Yeah, there is a way, John, to be able to set the sensitivity so that way you can, actually make it a larger area of room in between flex and climb. You can make it smaller. I know Black Box obviously uses the HOTAS, and he has for sure the best settings with that. So maybe get in contact with him.
So get the numbers from him. Okay.
Yeah, or Iron Condor, for example, because I believe he gave me those from Black Box. Additionally, I was watching what happened on that departure out of New Orleans, and I think you had 100 or 300 feet bugged blue, so the plane was trying to get back down there, and I saw you go back up to 29,000 feet, but by the time you were working on that, you built up so much speed that you blew through the flap over speeds.
So, okay, so I didn't have my altitude set correctly. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Basically, that was mainly it. I guess the jet just wanted to head downstairs because, you effectively told it to, more or less, right? So here's the thing with the, when you go for the departures on the Airbus, you want to make sure that you have, if you're flying a SID and all that, you want to make sure that all of the FCU, above your speed, heading, and altitude, you want to make sure they all have dashes and a dot, meaning that it's in managed mode. So that way,
dashes and dots. Okay. I need to have, like for this exact flight, sometime in the future, I would like to have you accompany me on an FS Labs flight, just because I know that you've given me so much information in chat, and what you're telling me now is all good, but I think it sticks more if I'm doing it at the time.
If you're actually doing it?
Yeah. Look at this. Look at that landing. That was.
There you go.
That was not bad.
Well, apparently it was positive 796.
Keeps. Yeah. That was bad. What was the first
funny.
project flight number though?
169.
Okay, so I should have.
That's really good.
I should have awarded someone.
Yeah. Well, you should have logged it too.
Yeah. I think it's doing the landing rate now based on flap condition because we don't have flaps out for this replay.
Who knows how it does whatever it does? Yeah, it's weird.
But yeah, I would love to have you live during an FS Lab session.
I'm no expert. I don't claim to be, but if I can be of any assistance and I have some free time, I'd be more than happy to help you out.
Yeah, we'll just probably one day if you're available. So I felt like I had to take the plane over to the left, but I didn't, because as you can see here, my gear are not between the center line's not between the gear, and I really felt like I was right of center. I've got to trust that localizer more than because I didn't land center line, so that was not good from that point of view. But
here's a silly question for you that's gonna totally just warp your mind, because you're just gonna say, Brad, why even make me think about this sort of stuff? But when you installed the FS Labs, it asked you a question about this default nav data. It was one of the pop-ups that had you click yes or no, and it basically said if you already have it installed, click no. Otherwise, click yes, and it'll download it. Basically, it replaces all of the default P3D nav aids and all those sorts of things that are so crazily out of date with like the current AirAX version.
I think I told it to update.
Okay. Yeah, if not, it's just a very simple, easy download and install to make sure all of those, nav aids are where they should be. Because sometimes you'll find that your localizer or your glide slope is like extremely off, and you're like, yeah, that's kind of not right. And that happens a lot in P3D, and I think that's because of that.
Makes sense.
I don't know,
Makes
it's kind
sense.
of weird. Yeah.
777 Bob, can I recommend 2 PMDG option setting changes? Yes, please. Sorry, I didn't see the chat right away. I'm going to turn up the volume.
Flaps. Too low. 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 Flaps.
If anybody else is actually just curious about what I just mentioned, you can go to that site right there. That's what you want to download. Right there is the worldwide nav aids package and ILS, regional updates for whatever region you fly in, North America, Europe, yada yada.
Oh, the reversers all are modeled and the spoilers are modeled in the replay, but just not flaps.